Good morning, children. Today in this class, I am going to revise the second chapter for FA2 examinations. That is ideas of development. Okay, every person in the society is having different types of developmental ideas or different types of ideas to get the success in their lives. Okay, to lead the better life and to get the best life in the society, every person is having some set of thoughts to develop his life. Okay, now let us see about the aspirations of different types of people. Suppose if you see the landless laborer, he is thinking about the high amount of wages, high amount of daily wages. He always want to do the work for all the days in the year, and he want to send his children for the private schools or for the best schools, which are available in the local area. Okay, these are the aspirations of landless laborers. Okay, now let us see landless laborer. Okay, landless laborer. Okay, he is having some set of goals to develop in his life. Okay, that are he always wants to do the work. He always want to get the high wage per day, and he want to send his children to the best school in the local area. And these are the developmental aspirations of landless laborer. Okay, here landless laborer means he is not having any land to cultivate. He is just depending on daily wages. Okay, he is just depending on the daily wage job. Okay, now let us see the aspirations of a prosperous farmer. Okay, prosperous farmer means he is having some more land. Okay, he want to give the less amount of daily wage to the workers. He wanted to get the labor with a low payment. Okay, and he wanted to send their children to the abroad and to settle their children in the abroad, and to get the best education, he want to send their children to the nearby cities. Okay, in this way, these are the different types of sets of goals for the prosperous farmers. Okay, now let us see about one more person's aspirations of development. A rich girl from well-settled family. Okay, if you see the aspirations of a rich girl from the well-settled family. Okay, in this family, in these types of families, all the children, like girls and boys, are treated equally. That is why the girls can take their own decisions in the well-settled families. In well-settled families, the girls can take the decisions, can take more decisions in their lives, and they can think they want to settle in the abroad, or if they want to do anything, it means if they want to learn any courses, they immediately can join with the help of their family members. Okay, in this way, these are the different types of aspirations of a rich girl from the well-settled family. Okay, if you observe all the aspirations of these three types of people, all the aspirations or all the developmental ideas are different. Why? Because every person is having some different types of are different types of developmental goals. That is why every different types of people are having different types of aspirations in their lives. Okay, this is about this. From the observing all these aspirations, we can conclude that different types of persons is having different types of goals in their life. Okay. Okay, now about income and other goals. Income and other goals. How we can get income? How we can get income? What is meant by the income? The money which we can get through our work. Okay, the money which we can be paid through our work. Suppose if you see a doctor, suppose if he is doing his job in the hospital. Okay, by doing his job in hospital, he can get the money. Okay, that money is called income. Okay, now let us see about the other goals. Other goals. Okay, all the people who are living in the society wanted to get the different types of other goals along with the income. Along with the income, all the people who are living in the society are always thinking about to get that other goals that are respect from others, freedom and less discrimination. These are the three different types of other goals. The people who are always wanted to get the other goals. Okay, these goals. Suppose if any people wanted to get these goals, we cannot buy these goals with money. Can we buy this with money? We cannot buy these goals with the money. Okay, all these goals are getting by the work which we are doing and the way of behavior in the society of the people, and by the work or by the job which the people are doing. Okay, or by the behavior, by the way of behavior, all these other goals will come to the people. Okay, these all other goals are these goals we cannot buy with the money. That is why these goals are called non-material things. All these goals are called non-material things. Non-material things. Okay, the things which we can buy with money that are called material things. The things which we can buy with money that are called material things. Okay, the major difference between the material things and non-material things that is material things can buy with money and non-material things that cannot buy with the money. Okay, this is the major difference between material things and non-material things. Okay. Now let us see the comparison of states, or how to compare the people by the income of people. We can compare the people generally. Okay, suppose if a software employee gets 70,000 of income, suppose another person like another doctor is getting around 1 lakh rupees per month, then we can say doctor is the developed person. Okay, in this way we can say who is the developed person. Okay, with the help of income we can say doctor is the developed person. Okay, like in this way, how we can conclude or how can we compare the countries? Okay, with the help of average income, we can conclude whether the country is developed or not. Average income. Okay, now let us see how to compare the countries with the average income. Okay, before that we should know the definition for average income. Okay, average income means there are so many people or so much population is present in India. Then how can we calculate the average income of the people? Okay, by taking the income of all the population in the country, and we have to divide all the income of population divide with the number of population, then we can get the average income. Okay, average income is also called as per capita income. Per capita income of nation. Per capita income. Okay, what is the definition for per capita income or per capita? Okay, here is now let us see the definition of per capita. Per capita is nothing but the ratio of total income of population, total income of population in the country to the total population. This is the definition for per capita income. Per capita income is nothing but the ratio of total income of population to the total population. Okay, this is the definition for per capita income. Okay, then how can we conclude or how can we define whether the country is developed or not? Okay, according to the World Bank report, according to 2017, if any country is having $995 of per capita income, if any country is having $995 of per capita income, then we can, if any country is having below $995 of per capita income, then we can conclude that that country is a undeveloped country. Okay, suppose if any country's per capita income is above $12,055, then we can conclude that the country is a developed country. Okay, in this way we can conclude whether the given country is developed or not. Okay, if any country's per capita income is equal to $995 or below $995, then we can conclude that the given country is undeveloped country. Suppose if any country is getting $12,055 of per capita income, then we can conclude that that country will belong to the developed country. Okay, in this way we can conclude we can compare the countries with the help of average income. Okay, this is according to World Bank report. Okay, according to World Bank report in 2017, it declared that if any country is getting $995 of per capita income, then we can conclude that that country is undeveloped. Okay, if any country is getting $12,055 of per capita income, then we can conclude that the country is developed country. Okay, in this way we can conclude whether the given country is developed or not. Okay, along with this per capita income, we have to learn some of the definitions and acronyms. Okay, the first one is IMR. Okay, what is the acronym for IMR? Acronym for IMR is infant mortality rate. This is the acronym for or full form for IMR. Okay, now let us see the NAR. Acronym for NAR, net attendance rate. Net attendance rate. Net attendance rate. Okay. Let us see the acronym for HDI. HDI. Human Development Index. Human Development Index. UNDP. United Nations Development Program. Okay, these are the different types. These are the acronyms which are present in the second lesson. Okay. Now let us see the definition of IMR. Okay, infant mortality rate. What is meant by infant mortality rate? Okay, out of 1,000 children, out of 1,000 born children, how many children die within 1 year? It is representing out of 1,000 born children, out of 1,000 born children, how many children die within 1 year? Within 1 year is how many children die within 1 year? Okay, it is representing the number of children who are died within 1 year. Out of 1,000 children, how many children died within 1 year? It is that is called as infant mortality rate. Okay. Now let us see about the NAR, net attendance rate. Okay. Net attendance rate. Net attendance rate means the number of children who are aged between 6 to 17 years. The number of children who are going to school between the age 6 to 17 years. Out of 1,000 children, how many children? Out of 1,000 children, how many children is going to school for age between the age group between 6 to 17 years? Okay, it is representing the net attendance rate of the particular location. Now let us see Human Development Index. Human Development Index. And UNDP means United Nations Development Program. Okay. This UNDP had given the report and had given the Human Development Index ranks for all the countries who are the members in the UNGO. Okay, who are the members in the UNGO? The UNDP, United Nations Development Program, had given the report and had given the ranks based upon the human development. They had given the ranks. Okay, the Human Development Index representing the IMR, net attendance rate, along with these two, the Human Development Index representing literacy rate. These are the different types of factors shown by the HDI, Human Development Index. Here, now let us see the definition of literacy rate. Literacy rate is the percentage of literates in the population who are above the 7 years. Okay, it is showing the percentage of people who are above the percentage of literate people who are above the 7 years. Okay, these are the different types. These are the some important acronyms and some important definitions in this lesson. Okay, now let us see. And one more topic we have to discuss in this lesson, that is how the Himachal Pradesh is become developed in the, and how the Himachal Pradesh Human Development Index rank is very greater among the all states. Okay. in this lesson. And one more concept is how the Himachal Pradesh is developed in the educational system, and how the Himachal Pradesh is getting highest literacy levels, and how the Himachal Pradesh is getting very less discrimination between male and female. Okay, these are the very few more important points we have to learn. Okay, now let us see. In the Himachal Pradesh, in the year 2005, the central government had wanted to spend only 1045 rupees, 1035 rupees for the children for a child in the country. But the Himachal Pradesh wanted to spend around 2005 rupees for each child, and for each child basic amenities like education, nutrition values, food and shelter. Okay, these are the four basic amenities would be provided by the Himachal Pradesh to the children. Okay, this is the important thing, and this is the important this was the important decision was taken by the Himachal Pradesh in the 2005. Okay, and now how the Himachal Pradesh is getting highest literacy levels in this state, in that state. Okay, all the women who are in the Himachal Pradesh are educated. That is why the educated women also send their children to the schools, and due to this happening, or due to the sending of children to the schools regularly, the net attendance rate is very high, and due to this the literacy levels will be increases. Okay, along with that, the Himachal Pradesh government had spending much more money for the children education. Okay, this is the major fact, the development behind the development of Himachal Pradesh. Okay, in these ways the Himachal Pradesh is getting the highest literacy levels and highest net attendance rate in this state. Okay, this is about the entire revision of second chapter, ideas of development. Okay, thank you children, and all the best for you for your FA2 examinations.